Hello, I'm AJ and welcome to my channel, AJ Reviews. Here I will be covering a lot of albums, mainly within rock music, and to get things started I will be reviewing the new album by AFI, called AFI, or in brackets, The Blood Album. This is the band's 10th studio record, and a bit of history for me in listening to AFI. Honestly, not a band in the past I've been greatly into. I mean, for a long time, the only records I really knew by them were December Underground and Crash Love. And to be honest, they were never albums I went back to regularly at all. And then a couple months ago, heard the first two songs to come off the Blood album, Snowcats and White Offerings. Heard Snowcats, listened to the Snowcats, and thought, it's a very good song. Just kind of in the background, kind of builds up, kind of does its thing. It's a very decent song. Then heard White Offering straight afterwards, and that song for me was fantastic. A lot of aggression in it, just great pace. I thought it got me really excited for this album. So before going to this album, I tried out a lot of their previous material, which I hadn't heard before. So went back to Art of Drowning a couple months ago. Great punk records. And more recently, tried out Sing the Sorrow for the first time. And like Art of Drowning, also a really good record. And I've also gone back to the likes of December Underground and have got a lot more appreciation for it as well. For a lot of people, the last AFI album to be considered as great was Sing of Sorrow, or for some, December Underground, and the last two records, Crash Love and Burials, have not quite lived up to that. And I kind of understand this. Like, those ones lost a bit of energy, both have some very good songs on them, but not quite, obviously, to the aggression of what Sing of Sorrow was, or you could say the anthemic, kind of euphoric sound which December Underground brought. Does this record follow in the footsteps of Crash Love and Burials, or does it go back to the greatness seen in Sing the Sorrow, Art of Drowning, December Underground? In my opinion, yes, it does. This is a great album. It starts off quite slowly with the song Dark Snow, quite eerie, just kind of slow build up to start the album, works well. And goes straight into the next song, Still a Stranger, which starts off quite slowly. Well, not slowly, lightly, with just acoustic guitars. And we then get into the chorus of this song, and it's just pure aggression, pure punk aggression by Davey Havok. And especially the bridge in this thing, probably the most aggressive performance by Davey Havok since Sing the Sorrow. And we're talking 14 years here. And it's probably the most aggressive song AFI in general have done since then. This is a theme which carries out throughout the record in quite a few songs, like White Offerings, as I mentioned earlier, Dumb Kids, and So Beneath You. This record also has gentler moments on it, with songs like Aurelia, which really showcases Davey Havok's voice to the best we know it. Really powerful song, and the same as most of the songs on this record. Great hooks in the chorus, plays on really well. Other songs that follow this kind of theme, songs like Above the Bridge, which has a real Cure influence behind it. I mean, this is AFI we're speaking about, like the gothic influences from Cure are obviously a well-known thing. But especially in the chorus of this thing, the synths especially in the background, very Cure-esque. And another song that just works really well. Very good pop song, if you will. And speaking about pop songs, poppy songs, Hidden Knives is an absolute gem. And just a quick in-out song, hooky chorus. If it was released 10 years ago, it would be a hit. Snowcats, the first glimpse we got of this record 2 months ago, doesn't actually come into the album till the second half. And in case you're not familiar with Snowcat, it's probably the closest thing you'll get to a December Underground feel of AFI's music these days. Once again, really good building up chorus, slow start, just builds up slowly, and the guitars in here by Jade are just perfect for it. Unfortunately, coming to the closing of this record, it starts to drop off a bit. After the third last song, White Offerings, which I mentioned before, fantastic song, massive aggression, and one of the peaks of this record, we have She Speaks the Language, which really goes for the kind of grandiose feel that they were going for in Burials. And don't get me wrong, it's a good song, but it just lacks the energy the rest of this album has, especially compared to just coming off White Offerings. And then the final song on this album, The Wind That Carries Me Away, the tone changes completely. We start off with this very bluesy riff, and it just kind of follows this. It's just quite ploddy all the way through it, and doesn't really. I mean, really is unfortunately the weakest song on this record, and unfortunately leaves it on a wee bit of a bummer. Overall, this album is truly one of the best things AFI have ever done. Probably the best thing since Sing the Sorrow. So that's a 14-year gap right there. And shows like these guys, they're in their 40s now, but can still pull off huge anthems. I mean, it's fact like you can distinct each song of this album quite easily, and that's quite a feat for an album which consists of 14 songs. And for this record, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first video I have released, and I hope to be releasing many more in the future, covering many other albums and possibly some gig reviews as well. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below, and if you're interested in seeing what I do in the future, please subscribe. Also, let me know your thoughts of the album in the comments below. My name is AJ, and thank you for watching AJ Reviews.